Hello, and welcome to this demo where we'll be automating a process using the Mail Activities package in Studio. In this demo, we'll build an automation process for a scenario where an IT support ticket wasn't solved within the agreed timeframe. A notification was sent to the IT director who requested a root cause analysis of the incident. To have the mail-related activities, we must first install the Mail Activities package uipath.mail.activities. Once installed, we can go to the Activities panel, expand the App Integration category, and here we have a subcategory called Mail. All the activities for working with IMAP, Outlook, POP3, and SMTP are found under the Mail subcategory. For our demo use case, the incident emails are received within a specific folder in Outlook named Incidents. As a first step, our automation process must track down all the emails related to the specific incident ticket. Afterwards, it must create a consolidated file containing the time and content of all the identified emails. As a last step, it must reply by email to the IT director with all the findings. All set? Let's start building. Our first step is to read all the emails related to the incident ticket. Thus, we'll configure the incident as an argument within the Arguments panel. Let's name it in _incident number, then copy the ticket number, INC07123 from Outlook, and add it as the default value for our argument. Next, let's add a Get Outlook Mail Messages activity to retrieve all related emails, and rename it. Let's also create another variable called Mail Account and add the email account we have configured in Outlook as the default value for it. Now, inside the Input Account property field, let's add the Mail Account variable. Next, in the Input Mail folder field, we must provide the path to the exact email folder, namely Inbox Incidents. Now, let's create a new variable of type list of mail message inside the Output Messages field that'll store all the found emails. We'll use Ctrl+K and name it Messages. Let's also change the Order by Date option to Oldest First to have the email in chronological order. And now, we'll configure a filter to target just the emails that we're looking for. We'll add the following expression inside the filter field. Our expression is targeting the subject line, which has to contain the keyword that we stored under the in_incident number argument. We'll leave the Only Unread Messages option as it is, as we're targeting only the unread emails in the Incidents Mailbox folder. Perfect! Let's now start preparing the data that will go into our consolidated root cause analysis file. We'll do this by creating an audit trail. Let's add an Assign activity. Create a new variable called Audit Log inside the Save To field, and inside the Value to Save field, we'll add an expression for the headers of our audit file, namely Received Date and Content. Next, we want to get the content from each email found. To do this, we'll add a For Each activity. We'll add the Messages variable inside the List of Items field, and we can see that the type argument has been automatically set to system.net.mail.mailMessage. Since we want to keep track of the index output, let's create a new variable inside the Index property field and call it MessageIndex. Now, in the body container, we'll add a multiple assign activity as we want to retrieve the two values for our two headers, Received Date and Content. In the first assign entry, we'll open the expression editor and type in the following expression as a value. This expression converts the date value to a preferred date-time format. Now, in the To field, we'll create a new variable and call it Received Date. For our second assign entry, we'll again create a new variable called Content and add the following expression inside the Value field. This expression replaces any commas and spaces with our preferred placeholders and thus allows us to customize the retrieved email content so that it fits within the CSV audit file that we'll create. Now that we have the two header variables, we can add them to the Audit Log variable. Let's add a third assign entry, add the Audit Log variable, and we'll write the following expression in the Value field. Audit Log plus Received Date plus quotation mark, comma quotation mark, plus content, plus environment dot newline. Perfect! Next, it's wise that we also save the retrieved Outlook emails for future reference. For this, let's add a Save Outlook Mail Message activity. In the Mail field, we'll add the current item reference variable, and in the Save to Folder field, we'll browse to the location where we want to store the emails. Let's create a new folder inside our project folder and name it Data. Since it's within the project folder, we can just reference its name. We can also keep track of all the files saved by providing a file name. Thus, let's add the following expression inside the file name field: in_incident number plus quotation mark underscore quotation mark plus message index dot toString. Lastly, let's check the Replace Existing option to replace existing files when the process is rerun. Our next step in the process is to create the audit file path. We'll add an assign activity for this and create a new variable inside the Save To field and name it Audit File Path. And in the Value to Save field, we'll add the following expression: quotation mark data backslash quotation mark plus in_incident number plus quotation mark underscore RCA.CSV quotation mark. Now we'll use the audit file path variable to write the data that we have. Let's add a write text file activity for this. Add the audit log variable inside the text field and the audit file path variable inside the write to file name field. And we're now ready to create the email with the audit file as an attachment. To do this, we can use a Create HTML Content activity. Let's open the editor and compose the email. We can add the incident number by clicking the Add Data Values button, select Map Data Value, click Add Value drop-down list, and select Single Value. We'll add the in_incident number argument in the Value field and modify the reference name to incident. Let's compose our email, and we can simply click Add Data Values button again and select the value that we just added to indicate the incident number. After composing the email, we click Save and save the output HTML content under a new variable. Let's name it Reply Body. We're almost done. Our final step in the process is to send the email that we've just created. Let's add a Send Outlook Mail Message activity. Inside the To field, we'll create a new variable called IT Director Mail and add the recipient email address as its default value. As subject, we'll add some text like Requested RCA File Incident, followed by the in_incident number argument. And in the body field, we'll just add the Reply Body variable. Now, to attach the audit file, we'll just click Attach Files, and in the Value field, we'll add the audit file path variable and click OK. Next, let's make sure to check the isBodyHTML option inside the Properties panel to match our email format and add the mail account variable inside the Input Account field. Great! We're now ready to run the process. Our process ran successfully. And here is the received email, containing the incident number and attached CSV file. If we open the attachment, we can see that the file has the format we intended for it and the information that we extracted from the retrieved emails, namely the received date and email content. And if we need to, inside the project folder, we can open the data folder to find all the saved emails as well. This concludes our demo on working with the Mail Activities package in Studio. Here are a few key takeaways. The Mail Activities pack is designed to facilitate the automation of mail-related tasks. The activities grouped under App Integration cover various protocols such as IMAP, POP3, and SMTP, or are specialized in working with Outlook and Exchange. The Create HTML Content activity creates rich text documents using a WYSI WYG HTML editor that can be used throughout the automation. How can you apply the knowledge and skills gained from this demo to streamline and automate your manual workflows and tasks? Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy automation!